Hey Heart fans, Butch Hartman here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. Also hit that little notification bell. It means the world when you do that. It helps our algorithm become strong and mighty and more powerful than all other algorithms. Today is a segment on my show I call TOONA, where I talk about the cartooners. We talk about cartoons, animation, entertainment of all kinds. We focus a lot on cartoons here because you know what? I'm a cartoon guy. I love cartoons. I love animation people, and I have a lot of people that I could call.
Who you gonna call?
We're gonna be talking today to a guy I've never met in person, but he's an amazing animator and I love the look of his stuff. He's just got a very, a really classic sort of a UPA, back in the day, UPA style, very 1950s, early 60s, great looking style. This gentleman's name is Michael Foster, and I met him online about a year and a half, 2 years ago. We started corresponding through Instagram. He would send me animation, it was just great. I just started going, hey, this is really cool, would love to interview you someday or talk to you someday, and today is the day. So he sent me a short cartoon that we're all gonna watch right now. It's called Battlestar Nebula. It's about 8 minutes long. You're gonna watch it, I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna comment on it afterwards, and after that, we're gonna talk to Michael. So here we go.
That you could take a break from fighting space crime to visit your dear grandmother.
Oh, please, don't flatter yourself. I normally wouldn't have made the effort, but we were so close by.
Firefox! This place is awesome! There are worthless caramel candies in literally every drawer. And look at these pants I found. I can still fit into a 5. I've almost lost 10 pounds, and I'm gonna keep it off.
Firefox, Camino, do you copy? Firefox and Camino, reporting for space duty, Captain Turtleneck. An unreasonable amount of fiber-based foods have been disappearing from discount grocery stores across the galaxy. You can only imagine the kind of problems that follow a fiber shortage. Oh, we also found a strange distress signal. What do you mean, strange? The signals aren't from the now, but from the later than now.
Not the now, but the later than now?
You mean the future? Precisely. The galaxy needs your help, Firefox and Camino. Sorry, Grammy, but I have to go.
And so do I! I found these in the bathroom. Finest keepers.
Battlestar Nebula. Play the video again.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Not that one, you idiot!
Robot, you're so dumb!
I'd return you if I still had a receipt.
I'm so scared! Somebody help me!
Was that you?
What? No.
That was so you.
That wasn't me.
That was you.
It's not me.
You're a big baby. Robot, play it again, if you can.
Somebody help me. It is me. Why won't somebody help me?
Wait, Robot, go back and zoom in. Enhance, rotate, three-dimensionalize. Faster, slower, more, less. Zoom in more, zoom out. Too much, too fast, too slow. Increase the contrast. Pixelize, blur, saturate. Now Instagram it. Old Galaxy Buffet. Camino! I think this is where our fiber thief is. Where is everyone? It's 4 o'clock. Shouldn't this place be packed with complaining senior citizens, am I right? High five.
Do you smell mothballs?
Ah!
Get off of me!
Ha! Do you people all use the same lotion? It's a trap! Run! Move it, robot! Quit crying and boost the flusters! Out of my way, tin can! Button pushed, ignition on, pedal down, seat up. Space pen shined. Cling! Haha. Zipper zipped, teeth white, eyes narrowed. Juice box strong. Delicious. It's time to unleash the Firefox fury. Pow.
Oh no, Firefox! We're being attacked! I'm so scared! Somebody help me!
Wait a minute. The now that happens later is now. That can only mean...
Firefox, you fool!
Grandma?
I'm the one who's been stealing all of the fiber!
That's not true! That's impossible!
Search your feelings, Firefox! You know it to be true!
Talk about drama queen!
Why, Grandma? Why?
I'm tired of living in a young person's world. iPods? Asian fusion? What does that even mean? It's time to stop young people and bring power back to the elderly. So, I built an army of old people to fight the youth.
But why fiber?
When you control the fiber, you control the elderly, ding-dong. You literally have them by the bowels. Soon, my army will rise up and fight Skinny Jeans, Tweeter, and Katy Perry.
But Grandma, no one likes Katy Perry. Not even Russell Brand. Am I right? High five.
Quiet, you. You will soon be eliminated! Wahoo! Yahoo!
Puck, kerpow, kerzat, slam.
Ouchie! Watch the hip, it's a replacement!
Take this, take that.
I've fallen and I can't get up! Oh.
See you at Thanksgiving. Good work, crew. Except for you, robots. You're horrible. Firefox, who knew that your grandmother was so evil?
I think I had an idea.
Everyone did hate her guts. I have a new assignment for you, heroes. Can you handle it? Go! Battlestar Nebula! High five, right?
Katy Perry.
Wow. Wow, so cool. Battlestar Nebula, I love the look of that. I love the character designs of Firefox and Camino. I think the music is epic. Wasn't that epic, Mr. Cameraman?
My eyes can't believe what it's seeing.
Your eyes can't believe what it's seeing.
Yes.
So you have one eye that acts as two eyes.
Well, I have an iPad.
so weird. He's a pirate. Arr, matey! All right, anyway, it looks, I mean, it's an 8-minute cartoon the guy made, I think pretty much by himself. I know he had help writing it. We'll talk to him about that. But what a great looking cartoon, guys. The effort it takes to make a cartoon of any length, especially one that's about 8 minutes long, is just mind-boggling. I can't wait to talk to him, see how he made it, who he made it with, if he made it with anybody, and what his process was. If you guys want to know too, stay tuned, because here we go. Without further ado, let's bring on Michael Foster. Michael, you're being recorded.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm fine.
Are you okay with that?
I'm fine with that.
First of all, great shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
That is that's the Scooby Gang.
That's the Scooby Gang as Cube characters.
As Cube character, well, what other way should they be? I would never ever want to see them any other way. Well, hey man, thanks for joining us today. How's it going?
It's going well. It's raining outside. We're all
where are you, by the way?
I'm in New York, about an hour north of New York City.
Oh my gosh, so you're like, it's cold there all the time. Even when it's summer, it's cold.
Summer gets humid, but it's a couple months, and then we're back to winter.
Back to winter again. Okay, cool. Now, I've never met you before, like face to face. We've corresponded on Instagram and stuff, and now here we are. I don't think our audience really understands the epicness of this meeting, Michael. This is kind of insane.
It is, yeah.
I know. Hey, so, well, first of all, thank you for coming on and sharing your amazing work. We just watched Battlestar Nebula. And dude, I just got to ask you. Now, first of all, let's ask. The audience wants to know about you. So, are you from New York originally?
I was born in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Well, I'm from Michigan as well. I think we've discussed that before, have we not?
Yeah.
Born in Ann Arbor. Wow. So, I'm sorry. Talk one more time.
I pretty much grew up in New York after my parents moved.
Oh, gotcha. Hey, so did you have now, first of all, how old are you? We want to know how old you are.
52.
Okay, well, you're still younger than me, so congrats. Hey, but I got a question. So did you, obviously, like me, I'm sure you had an interest in cartoons growing up your whole life, right?
What are drawing cartoons?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up, I grew up with Hanna-Barbera, UPN, Total Television. I love all those cartoons, so I was constantly drawing, Scooby-Doo Gang, Yogi Bear, all of them, really.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I grew up, one of the first cartoons I remember watching was the Wacky Races on, Hanna-Barbera's Wacky Races. And then I think I went from there, I graduated to Johnny Quest, and I liked, Yogi's Ark. Remember Yogi's Ark, where they had all the Hanna-Barbera characters on one giant ark? Like floating through the sky. Hey, but really cool, and I love stuff like that. I always loved bringing characters from their own shows into one big show to see how they all kind of, would coalesce. Sort of like, DC's Crisis on Infinite Earth, something like that, with cartoon characters. Hey,
awesome.
So tell us now, have you worked in the industry? Like, have you ever worked like in Hollywood or California? Like, ever worked on any TV shows or movies people might have known about?
Never.
Really?
Believe it or not, most of my career has been a surface designer for the paper goods industry.
Wow, really? What is a surface designer? Tell us what that is.
Illustration, design and illustration for party goods. Paper plates, everything that has to do with a party. So I did everything's themed. So if it's a children's themed, a birthday theme, I designed a lot of that work for the party industry, and then slowly got into licensing on that same company. Using style guides and doing all the party goods and paper products for all the licensors, Disney and Nickelodeon. A lot of.
It's funny how nobody really knows that actual humans have to do all that stuff. Like actual people have to draw all of that stuff.
I had no idea until I started working there. So.
Okay, so you draw the paper plates and draw like the napkins, like birthday party stuff, and all the
everything that has we do everything. Yep.
Oh, wow. And so that's pretty cool. Was it ever a desire of yours to want to work in the industry? Did you ever want to do the useless stuff that I've done my whole entire life?
Useless, I wouldn't say that. It was a desire, but I never thought it was realistic for me. So it's funny because I wasn't even looking to do animation. And I think 2007, the company I worked for wanted to do these kiosks, in-store displays, and have these character-driven animations in between products. And so my boss came to me and said, here's a copy of Flash animation, learn how to use it. We need some animations. And that set me off. I was hooked from that moment.
And how long ago was that?
That was 2007.
Okay, 2007. So, gosh, well, actually fairly recently. What, 13 years ago?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, well, dude, I got to tell you, man. I think you would have had you gone into the industry, you would have been a natural. I think your stuff is just great. I mean, just the look of it, the style of it, how professional and how clean it is. I think that's one thing I really look for when I look for people that animate and do really great stuff. Is I like to see that it's done in a professional way. I mean, I don't mind seeing people who are just learning, having some rough patches here and there. But when you deliver a cartoon, it's like, hey, here's my cartoon and it's done. It's got to look like really pro, like you actually put some time into it, you know?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
No, it's super cool.
It wasn't always like that.
Well, there's always a beginning stage for sure. Like, did you have a favorite cartoon when you were growing up, or a favorite movie, like animated film?
Well, the cartoons, I mean, I watched everything Hanna-Barbera, but I used to, I know that Hanna-Barbera would put out a main cartoon and then two other smaller ones to fill that half-hour gap.
Yeah, boy, you're going way back now. That was my era, yeah.
I always loved the cartoons like Squiggly Diddly, Rabbit.
Remember Secret Squirrel?
Oh yeah, I loved all that.
Oh, Secret Squirrel was great because he had the little hat that went over his head and the little eyes, like he was a secret. I bet that was very, very cool. And Morocco, oh, hello, Morocco Mole. He talked, yeah, it was very funny.
I think as a result, it just, that cartooning kind of really influenced my style of cartooning. I think my style has I guess a retro feel to it, possibly.
Yeah, big time. That's what appealed to me the most about it was that when I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, this is the kind of cartoons I was always into when I was younger. Again, it looks so professional. You put a lot of time into it, obviously a lot of effort. You really care about what you do, and it comes across too. Let's talk about the cartoon. Let's talk about Battlestar Nebula. Now, where did the concept start, and how long did it take you to make it?
Well, it was actually written by a friend of mine many years ago.
Michael Hostetler, is that his name?
Ryan Hostetler.
Ryan
Yep.
Hostetler. Okay, sorry. You're Michael. He's Ryan. Got it.
Yep. And he came up with the idea, and we just ran with it. I designed all the characters. We had a really nice tag team going back and forth. He came up with the writing of the episode, storyboarding. He did the animatics. He secured the voiceover actors, which was huge for us. And then I animated it, and we just put it out there. And unfortunately, it never got picked up, but it was fun to do. So.
Well, join the club, man. We all pitch and we all get rejected, but then all it takes is that one. All it takes is one to get in there, man. So how long did it take you to do it? How long, from start to finish, when you get the whole thing done, how long was that process?
I'd say about 3 months.
Wow, only 3 months.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. Because that's 8 minutes color. So you're a workaholic then. I think we've determined that you're a workaholic and you never stop working. Am I correct?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. I could tell because we had some other people in here earlier on the show, and they had a much short. It was a pencil test. It was really great. It took them about 3 months to do. It was 59 seconds. And
oh wow.
Yeah, but I mean, they were working during the day as well. But I guess, yeah, people just work at different rates. That's really amazing. 3 months. Now, did you do all the animation, or did he do some of it as well?
I did all the animation, background design, animation, character design. Yeah, and
wow.
he did the storyboard. He did everything else.
Okay, well, yeah, all the other super important stuff that needs to be done.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool, man. Hey, so do you have any aspirations at this time? Yeah, I know you're 52, but hey, man, it can happen anytime. Would you want to sell a series to like a Disney or a Netflix or something?
I would love to. I'm always developing stuff. I actually I had a show option by a studio several years ago, and they went through the gamut, went to Kid Summit and all that. Never got picked up, but it was a fun process. I actually do a lot of work for kids ministries as well, children's ministries, churches, and things.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you like stuff for the kids to watch? You like make stuff especially for the church and all that kind of thing?
A lot of it straight to DVD. I do a lot of work for Phil Vischer, who's the creator of Veggietales.
Oh yeah, I know. I've never met Phil, but I know who he is for sure. Yeah, and Veggietales is just great.
He's an idea guy like you. So
yeah. Well, hey, we'll have a battle. Maybe him and I. He's got what an impact Veggietales had, though. I tell you, what a great impact.
Oh,
and,
yep.
A great show. So you animated for them. You did some animation for Veggietales?
Not no. As post Veggietales, I've been doing stuff for him. He's always producing new products.
Right.
And I've animation for like 10 years for him. And anything that comes down the line, he gives me a shout and I animate it, and that's it. So
super cool, man. Hey, let me ask you a question. What would you tell our audience, people who are watching, a lot of animation hopefuls out there, a lot of people that want to be like you and actually do stuff and finish it and get it done, maybe get it seen by someone like me or even somebody else? What would you advise them to do?
That's a huge question. I think networking is big nowadays. I mean, you have so much at your fingertips as far as Instagram and Facebook and Dribble. There's so many ways to get your artwork out there. Even talking to you right now, it's just sending you a message. That's why I think I'm going to, pat you on the back a little bit here. I think you're very accessible when it comes to and open about animation to anybody out there really that has a desire to do it. And I appreciate it.
Well, listen, because I think we got connected. I think did you send me something? Is that how we got connected? It's been about a year and a half now or so, I think.
I may have just started sending you artwork.
I think you did. And I was like, this is really cool, man. Keep sending it. And I had some things I was going to have you do, and then those projects didn't go. And I was like, well, I always wanted to keep you on the hook because I always thought your stuff was great. And I still think your stuff is great. And hopefully I'll get to use you sooner than later. I'll exploit you to as long as you'll allow me to, but we'll pay you well. But I just want to make sure that we can work together because your stuff is so good, man. And thanks so much for sharing your short. Anything else you want to leave the audience with? Any words of wisdom?
Just keep drawing, keep hustling. There's no shortcut to it. Just don't be lazy and enjoy the process.
Amen, man. I like that too. Yeah, don't be lazy. I mean, I know people aren't lazy, but some people think that they work hard, and they probably do. But it really takes that extra working hard to get these things done. It really truly does.
Great.
Well, cool, man. Anything you want to ask me while you got me here? I mean, this is any weird question you may have had for me? Like who painted my wall? I mean,
well, who did paint your wall? That's pretty nice.
It was actually a young lady that used to work here. I said, hey, I like the wall paint, and she came up with this. It was really, really cool. So there.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm going to ask you right out of the gate. I said, what's up with NOOG Network?
Oh, NOOG Network. We are doing more stuff for the NOOG Network. We launched it originally as an app in 2015. It's still an app.
Right.
And we're still making new stuff for it. My dream for NOOG was to make it this epic, super large thing. And I always have these really giant visions of things that I really want to do. A lot of them take a ton of effort, which we're definitely pouring into NOOG right now. And so we're making more stuff for NOOG right now, and we're going to rearrange the app a little bit right now. So we're just to kind of fit the way the time is now. 5 years ago was different than it is now. So I think streamlining it, trimming it down a little bit. So I really want to, finish that up. And then we have this streaming service that I want to do that's also massive, and that's very big. And so a lot of it takes just a lot of time. It takes a lot of people too. And I used to be an artist by myself at my desk doing my own thing, but as I'm branching out, I'm realizing I've got to kind of put the headphones down and start meeting more people and making more connections. And so I encourage people to do that as well.
It's also trusting those people too. It's hard if you're used to doing everything by yourself. It's hard to trust those people.
That's the other thing too. It's like you do work alone a lot, and then when you start to begin to meet people, you'll trust the first people that you meet. Oh, I can do this. I can help you with that. And then they try and help you. Then you realize either they didn't work out or your relationship didn't work, whatever it is. So it is meeting that group of people you can work with. And then of course the trust factor is huge. So, but I don't discourage anyone from trying, because you'll never succeed unless you try.
Absolutely. Yep.
And I love that
Agreed.
I love that our interview, now that it's almost over, the connection is fantastic. I'd like to have the connection was all choppy. Well, dude, I can't thank you enough for coming on. I'd love to have you back on, maybe share another short in the future. Would you be open to doing that?
I would do it. Yep.
Okay, man, cool. Michael, thank you so much for being on, dude. I really appreciate it. And we look forward to more great things from you.
Awesome. Thanks, Butch.
All right, bro. See you later. Okay, awesome. Michael Foster, what a great guy, super talented guy. And what I love about him, he didn't really take a traditional way into the animation industry, you know? He's not even in Hollywood working at a big studio, but he's still doing what he loves up there in New York at his studio, and he's working on some awesome, awesome stuff. And it doesn't mean you got to go into a big studio to make your dreams come true. You can make them come true anywhere, and I think Michael's a great, great example of that. And he's just doing what he loves and doing an excellent job at it. So Michael, thank you for being on TOONA. Let's go draw one of Michael's characters right now. Okay, here we are. We're going to draw one of Michael's characters from Battlestar Nebula. We're going to draw the main character, the Captain Kirk guy, the guy with the amazing hair. We'll draw him. His name is Firefox. So here we go. And again, I'm drawing with just a simple marker and a big pad of newsprint. They don't cost a lot. You don't need to be a millionaire to become a good artist. Just use simple things you can practice with. That way, if you mess up the paper, you just throw it away. No big deal. So very simply, you start off with Firefox. You draw a straight line for the top of his head and a straight line for the side of his face, just like that. Very simple so far. Anyone can do that. And the other side of his head, of course, is a straight line too. So very easy. There we go. His ear on the side of his head, we'll put a little X in his ear right there. The X means ear. Don't you guys know that? And then his cheek comes out here like this. And the other cheek on the other side puffs out just a bit. And then his neck comes straight across. And his hair goes way up, straight across, and then down like this, just like the front of a toboggan. If you ever do any sledding, sort of the front of a toboggan, and then we have the hair come back like that. Again, very simple shapes and simple lines. The hair in the back of his head is like a little cowlick, of course. Nose comes straight down. I shouldn't say straight, it's kind of on a little bit of an angle. And then his eyes are just simple circles. And half-lidded eyes like that means he's very confident. Thick eyebrows, basically rectangles above his eyes like that. Looking very Fairly Odd Parents, if you ask me. I'm sure he wasn't even inspired by me at all, but you never know. Maybe I caught on a little bit. And then this is very UPA back in the day. My version of this is sort of looking like a Fairly Odd Parents character, but Michael's character designs are just great. So there we go. And now his body kind of puffs out because he's a hero, comes down like this. And his pants sort of start right there. And I love this. I love the proportions here. You don't want to make the head the same size as the body. The fun proportions of the big head, the small body, makes for more interesting character design. Make sure you don't make everything even in the same size because it looks boring that way. All right, so he's got the straight turtleneck that goes like this, and a little like a glare, like a badge on his chest. And his arms come out. They're wider at the end. He's got the Star Trek stripes on them. And of course the Star Trek turtleneck. His pants are sort of a little bell-bottomy sort of situation. Narrow at the top and wide at the bottom. And put his hands up here. Real simple golf club shapes. We did that on Fairly Odd Parents too. And then his boots come out like this. Just kind of swoop up and down. There we go. All right, and there is Firefox. I'll sign my name here. My drawing, but Michael Foster's work. Michael, thank you so much for letting us showcase your amazing characters here on TOONA. Who else do you guys want to see me have on the TOONA segment of my show? All kinds of animators and cartoonists out there. We can do voice people, we can do producers, we can do writers, other artists, animators. Let me know who you guys want to see. I'll do my best to bring them on here for you, hopefully to entertain the heck out of you. I know we've all been inside for a while, but guys, there's all kinds of ways to be creative. You know, watch cartoons, practice drawing them at home. You're just going to enhance your skills even more. So when that big job does come, that big opportunity does come when someone says, hey, let me see what you can do, you can show them your amazing skill. I want you guys to practice as much as possible. Look, I'm in my 50s and I still practice every single day. It never, ever, ever is something you can ever take for granted. Your style, your skill, you'll find yourself advancing. I look at sketch pads I had from when I was in my 20s to now. I've advanced and improved so much, and I'm so glad I kept practicing, and I want you guys to do the same thing. You can be creative if you put your mind to it, okay? And your future is completely in your hands, too. Don't forget about that. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget, art and Firefox gives you power. Use it wisely. Hey Heart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the NOOG Network, my new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HeartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.